We're back.
We're back.
Part 8 Injustice playthrough. Jose, these are going to take a lot longer than I thought. There's probably going to be 100 parts because
You think so?
we're on what, like chapter 4?
No, dude, this is chapter like 8.
No
This is
way,
Deathstroke.
No way, dude. How many
I don't know how many chapters there are.
So there's Batman, Green. Was it Green? No, yeah, you might be right. I'm not sure, but it feels like these are gonna
well,
fucking.
we still got a lot of time before launch, so
Yeah,
I guess we got plenty of time.
That's kind of what I'm worried about, is not finishing before the goddamn game is out. Because I'm gonna stop playing as soon as the game comes out. I'm not touching this game ever again.
My ass kicked.
Yeah, you are. Don't know why I gave you the control, but
yeah, I'm playing right now. Oh, what's happening?
It's a super move.
What's it do?
You just don't miss. You don't miss, but now you're gonna miss. Now you can't hit until your thing resets.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
So even if I hit him directly, it won't hit him?
Yeah, no, you won't hit him. I don't get the point of that super move. I think that shots is a little different because you're supposed to not miss. You know, when you're in like fucking focus mode.
Yeah.
But if you shoot, like I don't think you miss. I'm
just right in front of the guy.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what a super move does. So stop doing it for sure. Yeah, see now you.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You would think you would at least hit him once out of the 2 times, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
But we were saying we just saw the Shattered Alliances Part 2. Is there anything else that you saw in there that caught your interest for this week?
Oh yeah, I mean, back to what I was trying to say in the previous episode. I think that you know, characters like, you know, the Flash and Green Lantern. This episode was kind of like, you know, shit, you know, I fucked up. Green Lantern, he fucked up. He wants to kind of redeem himself and say, please don't die. He wants to redeem himself, and, you know, he's trying to earn Batman and I think the Flash's trust again. So
I really like that scene. You know, the one that you're talking about right now, where the crate is about to fall on Batman and the Flash, because they're talking about like how they obviously can't trust Hal Jordan, but they explain it slightly, and I wonder if they're gonna go more into detail, like in the real game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are. I think there's gonna be like a flashback scene. That's what I was trying to get to. There's gonna be like a flashback scene of like, you know, how
the Guardians kicking his ass. You know.
No, it's. I think it's actually Atrocitus. Atrocitus was like trying to turn him into a Red Lantern.
Oh, really?
And
that's what you think?
No, I mean that they showed that in the trailer. Like, so he's being turned into a Red Lantern, and then I guess with his with his will or whatever.
His hope.
His hope. Is that
I don't know. I think it's will or hope.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So he kind of like with his will, I think he's able to turn back into a Green Lantern, and, you know, he kind of like earned that ring back or whatever.
I wonder if it's that easy. I really think that the Guardians are actually gonna like kick his
ass. I mean, they might. I mean, they might have like handed him off to Atrocitus.
Put him through some trials, you know.
Yeah, that might be like if I had to.
I wonder if they tried to take the ring away from him, and they're like, well, if you really think that you're worthy, you got to do this.
Yeah, I mean, that might be like half of.
I think it's a really cool path what they're doing, though. You know, like that's exactly like, you can't just leave that like, oh yeah, like I obviously trust you again. You know, I wonder how far into the future this game takes. After
like how much? Yeah,
yeah, you know, like a couple months, years.
I think they did. They did reveal like how much longer after like the comic or whatever it's been, but I do not know that. I probably should, but
they're making a comic for this one, right?
They are.
The only thing I don't like about the comic is that like they did this with Mortal Kombat X, and they did it with Injustice 1. I just feel like the comic, they tell a lot of good story, and I would and they don't tell it in the game, you know?
Yeah.
And it would just be cool to see like all that in the game, but it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever, I know what you're saying. If they were to speak on what happened in the comic in the game, then I mean there wouldn't be a point. For
like in Injustice 1, like all the baby Superman stuff was happening in the comics, right? Like Superman,
Superman
shit.
Yeah, Superman. Like that whole thing went down.
I just think it'd have been cool to play through, but I don't know how you do that. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I guess they could have done it. They could have done like an opening scene where like Superman's fighting Doomsday, because it is Doomsday that he thinks he's fighting.
Yeah.
And like you're fighting him, I think you're just fighting him in fuck, I know where. But then you take him up to space.
Yeah, and then he dies, right?
Turns out it's Lois Lane. Kills Lois Lane and kills.
That's a really good scene that would have made for like a big part in the game, like a big shocker
from
the start.
It didn't have to be. It didn't have to be what's it called? What's it called? Like a whole chapter of Superman. It could have just been like a fucking,
like an opening scene.
Yeah, an opening scene. But they didn't do it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't change it now. I'm just saying I would like. I mean, this game looks like it has like a lot more detail in the story. Like it definitely doesn't seem like a little. I don't know if cliche is the right word, but it seems more like thought of.
Yeah.
Oh man, I used all my.
Did you?
Yeah, I hope I win. Oh.
Yeah, she didn't use shit.
Oh, she didn't use shit.
No. Yeah. So what I was saying, I think they're gonna have a lot of. What is her?
Do I have to block?
Yeah,
oh.
Nah. He dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah, like these super moves, like they kind of seem like very. We're just like, oh, fucking, just have her fucking chuck some ice spikes at him.
Can she throw a big snowball at him?
Yeah, see, they're not as... I feel like they kind of ran out of ideas, and I know what it's like to fucking run out of ideas.
Yeah.
You have, like, one good idea, which was fucking Superman uppercutting a guy into space and then smacking him down.
Yeah.
The first time you see that, you kind of, like, you can't help but laugh a little bit, and fucking Flash's super move. I feel like Flash's super move in the new one is going to be, like... Because I think that's Ed Boon's favorite character. So
is it?
I'm not sure, but I think I've heard that around. But I feel like that because they haven't fucking shown it. Like he's kind of been announced since the game got announced, right? So the fact that they haven't showed any gameplay of him and they haven't showed off his super move, I feel like it's gonna be like a real
cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a good point. Like it's definitely like. Everybody knows he's there, but like nobody really knows what he's gonna do. But something that I know that people don't really love Superman's move. I also don't. I know it's the coolest.
I know you didn't like it, yeah.
No, I mean I also like saw some people are just like is that it? Like he's kind of like the biggest name in the game, right? But you would just think he does something a little cooler than just punch you through the sky. Although it's like a very like godlike move,
Yeah.
So I can understand like the meaning behind it a little bit, but it's not the same as punching somebody through space,
You wanted more.
Like Supergirl's is way cooler. She punches you to the sun and then she blasts you back to Earth.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sure it gets old because people were actually hoping that in Injustice 2 you'd have the option to like change your super move, but they said that's not gonna happen this time.
No. They did something kind of close to it. Like they changed how you set up the super move.
Yeah, and like that's fine.
I mean, for Superman, I think instead of rushing at you, he
throws like a meteor at you from the bird's eye view. So like it's not like the Raiden like flying fly thing. But it's all cool. I want to see everybody else's, but it's just something I heard.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite super move so far?
Oh, I really like Aquaman's. He's badass.
Aquaman, like and you could tell they get a lot of kind of like inspiration from movies. Like Superman super move kind of feels like, and I think they've done like a scene by scene of Superman super move and Superman versus Zod or versus like the Kryptonians, where they're just kind of like punching each other through like the sky. I really liked it. I thought I really like it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know if they're gonna have another. All
right, so we're coming up on chapter 8. Just so you know,
chapter 8. Yeah. So I don't remember how many Batman.
Gotta give you the control.
Give me the control. I mean, I guess the story is, wrapping up, right?
I don't know.
Not wrapping up, but I do remember.
We're farther along than we thought.
Or does Batman have like 3 chapters? I think he does. I think without spoiling the the game. But what was I saying?
Ugh. He comes out so weird.
I know, and he comes
like
out on
doll.
on a clam.
Yeah. Like goddamn clam.
He comes out on a fucking what are those called? What's that STD? Crabs. He comes out on a crabs. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ocean's so scary, dude.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, no, but his super move is fucking awesome because they do the Jurassic World thing, or like fucking almost any movie where like the giant sea thing comes out. And,
oh yeah, dude. That's gross.
It's awesome, dude. It's a really cool.
Because you would have asked me like, Jose, what comes out of the ocean? I don't know, a dolphin. You know, they got some nasty monster coming in. Oh, that's gross.
There's some in a turtle. But yeah, man, his is cool. I like how they they changed Batman's up because Batman just kind of like kneeing you in the stomach is not fucking gonna cut it.
And then his fucking car just runs you over.
Yeah, which is, it's so weird how are they gonna do, like, it doesn't matter because they I think Superman, like if you're in the Justice Tower, Superman still uppercuts you into the sky.
Yeah, that's right.
So
you're right.
I mean,
but then I wonder what happens. Like I wonder if you're in space.
And then
is he gonna like fight me in Earth?
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a different like area, like I would hope that it changes, but it probably won't.
Yeah, it won't. It'd be cool if they did. I think they might. I think they're gonna surprise you with like.
I just assume that costs a lot of money, And if it did cost a lot of money to do that, I wouldn't blame them if they didn't.
Right.
Didn't spend it and gave me a better game.
But I feel like since they've already kind of, I guess, mastered the gameplay. They could focus on like the little details. That's why they have like the armor set.
I think so too. Because coming from, Mortal Kombat versus DC, which is probably my favorite game of the decade, and then to Injustice, and then to here.
Yeah,
they got a lot of time.
They for sure always like upgrade their next game. But speaking of little details that I noticed that they didn't add in this game, when you change like skins in this game. If you change like to Batman Beyond, your little emblem that you have on like on your like bottom corner, it changes with it. So it'll be the Batman Beyond emblem, and like they might do it with like the premier skins, but like I didn't notice that in the character, like the armor customization.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Sometimes you change, like, I mean, Batman's he does change like his the way his bat looks or whatever, so
yeah,
that doesn't change with it, or at least it didn't in the beta. So I mean, that's kind of something.
That's a good point. I didn't even
really
to look for that.
It doesn't really even matter.
I know, right? But it's cool to the fact that they even care that much to like to change it. But I'm gonna have to tell you, you're gonna have to finish this fight quickly because we are coming up on the time.
Oh, are we now? It's my show. I do what the hell I want.
I'm just telling you. 38 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think I might be on the Premier Skins. So, anyway, back to Premier Skins and something I've been wanting to fucking say since
last week,
the last episode. God damn it, I'll just say it on the next episode. Tune in tomorrow, guys, to hear my nothing story.
Bye.
Bye.